Greetings, Naked News Guy here, and today I want to talk about my 16th political position, which is what I call starting a NHB, or National Housing Bank. Now, let me explain what this would be. This bank has one purpose. It provides the finances for people to have their government-funded home. Now, how this would work is very simple. This bank would provide you with one loan in your lifetime to get one of these homes. These loans would have a 1% interest rate, and they would be on a flat rate mortgage, not an adjustable rate mortgage. The reason we need this bank is very simple, okay? If the government is going to be building homes for people, then the government needs to fund it, or at least set up the way that people can pay for them. Letting private banks do it is just a handout to private industry. That's all it is. Now, of course, I always talk about both parties. Republicans could give a shit less about building housing for people. And Democrats, when they do something, they like doing it through private industry, which is a way for them to make money as well. They may not be as blatant about it, but it's like with student loans and other things. If a private entity gets involved, they're doing it for profit, and that leads to all the problems. Denying people loans, denying people funding, doing adjustable rate mortgages where, you know, what you pay can double or triple depending on how high the interest rate gets. You know, doing things like home repossessions and things like that. Let's avoid all these problems. Let's have a national housing bank. You would only get one loan in your lifetime to get a house. You know, you would not get multiple loans, you know, and these loans would not be based on credit rating. You would have to be a citizen of the United States. Now, I'm going to detail that further in a future video, what I mean by citizen as opposed to legal resident, because this is a very important subject as well. But on this subject, on the National Housing Bank, this is what it would do. It wouldn't be like Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, where it would be publicly traded on Wall Street. Again, you trade a company on Wall Street, private investors get involved, all they care about is profit. The purpose of this bank is not to make a profit directly. Now, society profits when people own homes, especially if people own low-cost homes that they can actually afford, because then people can work, then people have stability, then people contribute to society. So even if the NHB didn't profit directly, it would still be benefiting society. And that is definitely something I think that needs to be done. Because we have massive numbers of people that are poor, that are stuck renting, even if they're not homeless, that never are able to buy a home. And so they spend all their money on rent, or they get a predatory loan from a bank. Let's end that. Let's have a national housing bank. Again, for all citizens to buy their first home. Naked News Guy here. I tell it like it is. I tell it from a different perspective. Like and subscribe for more content.